Oh, yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, dear viewers. We thank you for seeing that you have been there for us. Warm greetings from the Muchunguzis. With me here is my dear wife, Mrs. Nagasha Wiklin Muchunguzi, who is the deputy in charge of all whatever you do in the families. She's a vice president of my family. She is a deputy chaplain of my family. She is my companion and a good friend that we've been together. We are here for the second episode on a topic that we discussed last time, which says what we do wrong during dating. What we do wrong during dating. And the dating we are talking about, ladies and gentlemen, it is the dating of D-A-T-I-N-G. And this is simply a stage of romantic relationships in which individuals, for example, me and her, okay, participate in an activity, okay, together more often with intention of evaluating each other sustainably as a partner in the near future for intimate relationship. So we are here for relationship because we believe that when family is okay, then society will equally be okay. So many people have gone into marriage when they have not dated each other and considered something very paramount. They normally say that find someone who believes in you, somebody who supports you, somebody who encourages you, so that even if the world laughs at your guts, it is still okay with you. Welcome to this topic and great people, my dear wife.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Hello, viewers. We thank you for keeping with us, and we are not doing this simply because we have nothing else to do, but simply because we feel
sacrifice. We are
sacrificing, and we feel if the marriage institution is looked at keenly,
yes,
we are able to have a stable society, we are able to have a great country, we are able to have a great nation.
You absolutely.
And for us, we think everything begins at the stage of dating. Yes. I know, of course, it doesn't entirely begin there. Because also there is upbringing.
Wow, and upbringing plays
how
a
has,
big role.
Yes, how has someone been nurtured,
Yes,
how
yes.
has someone been molded to come to this bigger task.
Actually, it is said that before you go and date somebody, are you a good person yourself?
Exactly.
So self-discovery is very
We are actually going to have that as our number one.
Okay.
Yes. We are going
We
to have,
did the other 10
we did
things
the 10,
people do wrong in the dating.
but there are so many.
But there are very many. So
We-
today can we give them
We are
another
still
episode?
adding.
Yes,
Yes, this is
yes,
the second episode,
Eh?
and we are still adding on. Simply because you see, dating is the foundation.
It's like marital rape.
It-
When it fails at the beginning, it will end badly.
I am telling you,
agumahisa nyungu, those
that
good things
beginning,
that you
it's
do
a
better.
soft beginning.
Yes.
that is really important in our lives.
Good.
Like he explained what dating is. For me, I would think it is that period when you are hunting for someone.
Yes.
You are
Yes.
hunting. I'm using the word hunting
Hunting.
specifically
For
because
somebody.
I want us to understand that when you are dating, you are not in a relationship.
Yes, you are going to get somebody adult.
You are not looking for a bedmate.
Otherwise, you can go the street
You
and
can
buy.
get a bedmate anywhere.
Yes, but
you can have a relationship with anybody. But we are basically
These
looking.
days, by them chat.
We are looking at Christian
Christian
dating.
because
Yes.
we have some people.
Because from our first episode, we talked about purpose.
Purpose, yeah.
So if you have no purpose,
We talked about prayer, purpose,
Yes.
focus, marriage, narcissist, communication,
Yes.
etc. Yeah.
we did all that. And now, today we are going to start with adjusting your thinking.
Are you trying to say that the opening point today
Yes.
is what we call adjusting your
You're thinking.
thinking?
Why are we talking about this adjustment of thinking? We are talking about this simply because you need to be prepared yourself
Yes.
as a person who is there in the market.
Any single person has
Like
his
you
own-
posed that question.
Mhm.
Are you any better
Good.
than the other person?
Mhm.
So, how prepared are you as an individual
Yeah.
to go out there
Mhm.
and date someone's son, someone's daughter?
Good.
We want that preparedness.
Mhm.
What is it that you want?
Mm.
Do you know it?
Mhm.
Some people may not even know it.
When somebody is single, is still thinking of how to get lunch,
Yeah.
how to go to club.
Some want,
Eh?
some
Eh?
weekends,
How
some.
to go for football.
But we are
you're going
talking
to get
about
somebody
adjusting your
you're
thinking and your dreams.
Are you mature enough?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you prepared for the
And,
love?
and the dreams.
Mm.
When you are discussing with this person
Mm.
that you got as a date,
Yes. An adult
what
person.
are you talking about?
Yeah, I agree with you.
You're not
So we
talking
must-
about simple
We
things.
must adjust our thinking.
Yes,
Know that two heads are better
better than
than
one.
one. Uh-huh.
You must first of all know exactly
Mhm.
what you want
Focus.
and how you're putting it across.
Me and your young brother will normally make fun of you that
That
you are
I'm Madam Focus. Ah.
Every time are you focus? Do you have a focus? Hey,
Yes,
but it
in
is
life,
a very, very,
in
very
life,
serious thing.
you have to be focused.
Otherwise, you will
Otherwise,
go-
definitely.
Mhm.
Now, this period when you are adjusting,
Mm.
you are reading materials.
Yes.
How
Yeah.
to be a good wife.
Oh, it has become now an academic issue.
Yes.
You must read.
I usually tell people
Yes.
that me,
Mm.
I feel we need this school of life.
Good. We are even advocating that it should be a course
Yes.
at the university.
It
Yes.
should be.
Because you see, these are adults.
People
who
are
in-
doing
yeah.
things out of ignorance,
Ignorance.
because they don't know.
They haven't learned
Because
it
what they are seeing
Mm.
and what is common on the market
is
is
different.
just for
Casual.
leisure,
And
casual.
yet the marriage is taken
And-
the course.
and it's a lifetime.
It's a lifetime.
Mm.
So
It's a
Makerere
lifetime.
University or any other university should
Should have
craft a
Mm.
course unit on
marriage dynamics.
dynamics.
Yes.
So that these people can understand.
Exactly.
Mm.
Now, you have to nurture yourself towards,
Mhm.
because it's the unknown.
Mm.
You don't know it,
Mm.
but in your head, you should have looked at a family,
Mhm.
kind of family
Mm.
you would want to have.
Mhm.
Let me tell you something.
Mhm.
When I was growing up,
Yes.
I used to look at my parents' family,
Mm-hmm.
and in my heart,
Mm-hmm.
I used to tell myself that yes, it's a great family, but I want a better family.
From what I normally see from my father-in-law
Yes,
and my mother-in-law.
yes. So for me,
Ah.
I was always
And those
aiming.
people, by the way, let us
And
first
in
thank
fact-
them here.
Mhm.
Mr. Chairman and my mother-in-law, we want to thank you for spending over 50 years in holy marriage.
Marriage.
And you have done it together. Your daughter is saying she wants to do better. So far, you are doing well, by the way.
Thank you so
in the
much.
12 years.
Thank you so
far,
much.
so good. Ah,
That has always been my
your
dream,
dream. And you will
to
achieve
make it
Mm.
much better
Better than
them.
You add value.
Yes, and some of these values,
Mm.
I pick them from them.
From them.
Yes,
Ah.
they used to have some counseling sessions. They used to.
Me, I didn't see those things.
You didn't.
The background was different
You
from any background from traditional Cape Town Rumbu lifestyle.
I know.
Then,
I know.
I first became
And you see-
single orphaned around there. I
Mm.
didn't see my father, by the way, so much.
the
That's why
pity.
I'm handling to make sure that I become a better father.
I know.
Then the little time I saw my late mother,
Mm.
she was a wonderful person.
Mm.
You missed a mother-in-law.
I know.
But we are there.
Mhm.
So,
So,
mm.
during that time, I
Mm.
want to show people where we are coming from.
Mhm.
They would sit. Some couples would come
Mhm.
to consult,
Okay.
and I would be there. And at home,
Mm.
I had given myself a responsibility of serving.
Chai.
So I was like a Kati girl at home.
Katiga. Oh,
So whoever would come,
Eh.
I would be the one to serve.
Yes.
Whenever I would be at home.
So your generous heart has been there.
It has been there.
From the beginning.
So
Mm.
I would go, serve, and meanwhile, as they are discussing, I am hearing.
So this is why even our daughters may be peeping around, listening. Those things that people make wrong during dating.
Yes.
Another
So
point.
we are saying this is how, for me, I was nurtured.
Yes.
But what about you? Maybe who does not have such a family?
The God-made celeb like me. How do you
If
nurture?
if you have not
Yeah.
really been in such an
One thing
environment,
that is actually making me a better dad every day is that I'm willing to learn.
exactly.
Yes, every day.
And
say what
I'll
did
keep
not learn.
telling you that that was one of the best points
Yes.
I picked during our dating period.
To reach our return. That's
And
very
it
good.
gave you a mileage.
Yes, when you know that you don't know, kindly accept and learn.
It gave me a
Because
very big
learning does
mileage.
not stop. We are using our marriage to discuss these points so that you can see how things work out.
Yes, so please don't limit yourself.
Mm-hmm.
We have, you see, one of these days, I even wonder why we have bad marriages.
Yes.
And we have
People do not,
we have great information out there.
Mm.
You can get anything you want.
Mm.
On you can go on YouTube, Google. There are books.
Information is all over about feelings.
There are books. You will
People have
don't think. You see, when you are going to earn your degree, you go to a school and you commit it for some years. But this is the lifetime.
Where you will even die from.
Imagine.
Because we normally
We
say
are talking about
we are
50 years
together,
and so.
we are together till death to do us.
But
So this is a
why
very
can't you prepare
for
for this?
good.
So
I
dating,
understand you,
let it be very serious. Let us stop dating casually. Let us stop looking at dating.
Not date for sex.
No.
Not date for feelings.
No.
Not date for food.
We are getting it wrong.
Yes.
And you see the people who date for sex and all that. They overdo it during this period.
Feelings go away. People.
And by the time they are getting married, how sure are
So
you
no longer news,
that even
eh?
this person will settle with you? Huh?
And we normally say the dignity of a person is when you are still a dressed person.
Yes.
The moment you expose yourself,
and
dress for somebody,
your
you
dignity
will never
is
be
gone.
neutral.
You will never.
You have to fall here and there.
Thank you so much.
Another point, madam.
Yes, another one is dating too long.
Webale. You date somebody from January, December, 1 year, 2 years, 5
5,
years,
10, 20.
What?
There are people who have stayed together
Now,
for 20 years and they are not officially married.
Let me talk like a police officer.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, viewers who are seeing us, there is a difference between being married and being a visitor. For example, if you are not in 3 types of marriage that we know, somebody went traditional marriage where they go and kuchara, visit, pay dowry, and the parents know the other side. Then you are not married, but you are a visitor. If you don't go for what we call Christian marriage, you go to church, you go to pastor, to mosque, and that religious person, authentic gazetted religion, they recognize that one. You are still a visitor, even if you are there 100 years. Wow. Then there is another one called civil marriage, where you go to the gomborora, to the cow, and the government recognizes you. Even it is believed and written in Succession Act that if you have been a visitor, for example, you have been there, produced children, even if you have if that man dies or he wants to chase you, he will chase you because
just
you
like
are not
that.
entitled to anything. There is no contract between you and that family. So what do we say? We encourage you people that wedding is not all about the number of people you want to invite. Wedding is not all about a gown.
Of course.
Wedding is not all about a ring, but acceptance between the two of you. Go and get that marriage. True. Even when you die, when you have not legalized your marriage, you leave conflicts at home. So do not date too much. I think that's what we're saying.
Yes.
Add some beef on that.
Too long. You see, really, you cannot tell me that we are still we are in a relationship, we are still studying each other, for 10 years.
Even those who study, they finish.
Are you
When
going?
you-
Are you trying to get a PhD
Even
from
the
this one
PhD,
person?
it goes for 5 years and finish.
I am telling you. And okay, if but you know it is awkward. It's not a
Yeah.
good place to be.
Yes.
Eh?
Don't prove that you are dense in one paper.
I know.
In one
And
lesson,
remember,
Yes.
let me remind you,
Mm.
when we are doing some of these investments,
Mm.
for example, you're buying land,
Mhm.
you're buying a car,
Yeah.
you
You have
cannot
this
do it
aspect.
without paperwork. Can you?
You cannot.
You cannot.
Yes.
You want to have the papers, you want to have proof, you want. This is something that is even temporary.
And this one goes even to
What
women.
about this one?
Women who don't go into the other three categories I talked of. Even men have confused them. They buy property, they don't sign on it.
Exactly.
Even when you are going, that man can chase you anytime simply because
Mm.
you are a visitor in those properties. Yet, it
Mm.
is said,
Mm.
madam, that when the two become one in the body, even our financial accounts,
Yes.
even our properties
It should
also
be
get
the
married.
same.
They get married because we are two in
You are
one.
already one.
So the other day we said dating should not be too soon.
Now
At least
not too long.
Not too long.
Exactly.
Have a period
Mm.
and agree that we are dating and we start.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yes. Can
Mm.
we move to another
We move
point?
another point.
That was dating too long.
Mm.
Then involving too many people.
Wow, that one. The third party that I normally talk about. Those
Now,
those
this takes us
advisors.
back to number one,
To number
adjusting your
You're
thinking.
thinking.
That means you're not following your thinking.
Mm.
You want other people's approval.
And yet those whom you are asking, they have already failed.
Maybe they even fail at their own
Others
attempt.
are not even, even others are not happy in whatever they are doing.
Yes.
So
Mm.
it is very paramount
Mm.
that you should avoid involving. I have a friend
Mm.
who said, man, you are found it. Man, I lost my girlfriend
Mm.
simply because my uncle did not approve. I said, you your uncle? How is your uncle
That
coming
is the
into your marriage?
craziest you
And that
can
is where marriage
give as an
begins.
excuse.
Hmm?
Hmm?
So,
Marriage is between two people.
yes.
You know, some people, before they can approve, they have to take you to their parents.
Because as we started, I told
Because
you,
I don't know, they are looking for the parents' approval.
approval or what.
I don't know, a friend, a mentor.
The way they help you to make a decision is the way they will continue to infringe on your
You
marriage.
see, these people don't know what you want.
What you want. You have your test buds.
You know what you want.
Mhm.
You should actually take this person,
Yes.
maybe to introduce them there.
Mm-hmm.
This is the person I have found.
That you see me, I
The Bible is clear. Whoever finds
A woman,
a good
a
wife,
good wife would, whoever finds
Finds-
a woman would have got a good thing. Isn't it?
Yes.
This is what you want to say in Genesis.
yes.
Mm.
Now,
Mm.
it is whoever, it is not whichever family,
Yeah.
it is not, you
whichever
know,
Kerani,
whichever parents finds you
wife
a
who
wife.
would have
No,
followed you,
it is whoever.
Because we must be getting something that attracts you to this person.
Exactly.
Which cannot be
You see,
because one
your
man's
parents
meat, one man's meat.
is another man's poison.
Mhm.
Your parents, your friends, your relatives will not determine the chemistry.
So, dear parents who are there watching and viewing us,
They will not
kindly
determine-
do not determine a person who is going to get married to your child.
Yes.
Every generation has its own season.
Seasons.
You run your
Let
season
them
and
let them
finish it.
run
Let
their
them run
race.
their own race.
You did.
Yes.
You ran your show.
Your father and mother are running their race.
They
Me
really
and
had
you,
their opportunity,
We
they
are
had
also
their
running our
time.
race. Eh?
Please let people be
Be.
and don't involve yourself or involve so many. And you find someone saying, but that, I didn't like that
That
man.
man.
I didn't like him.
That police officer.
But
would have
the
married
boy
and he-
insisted.
Hello.
Yes, it is his decision.
This one
Let him
wanted
be.
the one who is the Mbunda. For
And
you,
now,
I think-
wait, there are some even parents
Mhm.
who will come in and say, you will not bring here that woman
That
or that
woman.
man.
But we need to do a topic. Let us promise our viewers that we are soon coming with a topic where we want to coil it and tone it and do it better when we are talking about the role of our fathers, mothers, in-laws in our marriage, because they are the ones
Specifically, because when we did that broader one
people
for
did not
in-laws,
get it,
people said, no, please, bring it down. We are having a problem.
There is a man who
Huh?
told me you are sleeping. Eh?
Mm.
Then the mother came and knocked on the door. Hello, hello, my son. You come down. There's nothing in the fridge. You, madam, look at the know you are level. So discuss that one. Another point.
Thank you so much. Okay, that one we have known.
Yes.
And then there is
what we do
also
wrong during dating.
dating. There is also describing what you want
Good. Specific.
during dating.
Uh-huh.
Please note this. Some people have been told that you have to make a list of what you want in a man, in a woman. Then you go on a date, you want to read it.
I want A, B,
For
C,
me,
D,
I want
E,
a man who
E,
is like this.
But now,
I don't know religion.
you start acting like you never.
I don't know kind.
Are you kind yourself?
But what are you trying to do? You are supposed to identify those things in this person.
Yes.
Are you actually cheating exams for them?
Even actually, a man, God created this human being with everything. It's upon you to discover.
Exactly.
It's all about discovery.
This is a discovery
Discover.
period in life. Discover so much you want in a person.
Yes.
You don't have to tell them. You don't have to tell them
Wow.
that this is what I want in a
Yes.
man.
You keep
But
doing
keep identifying
because we call
and
it evaluation.
ticking
And
ticking your list.
Yeah.
Go talk to this person.
See how he behaves.
Hey, like I have always told you the things I picked.
Ah, man.
I
didn't know.
Of course.
So it is always.
That is what it is supposed to be.
Let me tell my viewers that our dear viewers, especially men, always be original during dating.
I mean,
Do not put any plastic surgery.
it is not
If you don't know how to drive a car, say it. Don't pretend. If you don't know how to use the forks, say it. Say
the
you see.
pretense you are
So that,
doing now
this
to
woman
win over
knows.
this person is going to be the source of conflict tomorrow.
Yeah, this woman should know I'm now knocking a hump. So let me see how to level it and drive in this.
Why
manner.
should you win over this person today and tomorrow you are fighting?
Good.
Why?
Because
You are better
pretended.
off. Let this person go
Uh-huh.
if they can't get anything out of
So
you.
that was number
Describing
describing
what you want.
What you want. Be clear.
Yes.
If you think
Don't
that,
describe.
yes. Don't describe. You just learn, observe.
Pick.
Pick.
As you talk, keep picking those things
Yes.
from that
And
person.
when you find a weakness, improve. Discuss about it.
So those ones, note them down.
Mm.
And as you discuss,
Mm.
keep bringing them up and see, are these people willing to adjust?
And when they tell you something, kindly learn. If your wife
Are
says
these,
you are
no,
not
you see,
smart,
when you are talking there freely, we need a lot of wisdom during dating.
you pray first. Pray and-
From the other prayer, pray for wisdom. You need wisdom. You can bring examples of friends who have married and they have had challenges on those weaknesses, and see how this person is responding to you. You will know definitely if this person is willing to adjust or is a person who is going to tell you, for me, hey, how do you tell me that where have you been? How do you ask me as a woman? You don't have, I am a man. They will express some of these things genuinely. Do not say this is what I want, because they will lie.
Sure.
Bring
we
situation.
have put enough fresh on
Yes,
that point.
bring situations and attach
do
them here.
Another point.
Another point
We do wrong
is a
during-
big one during dating.
Uh-huh.
It is the point of the exes.
Well, those ones who help you get an experience. X. It is said, my dear wife,
Yes.
dating an ex is equivalent to failing a test you already had answers to.
Absolutely.
You get me? You
Now,
already know this person. Eh?
the ex,
So,
you needed first of all to heal.
mhm,
If you have an ex,
mhm.
first heal from that first relationship before you go dating.
A new one.
Don't go breeding over people.
Over people. You are from hip hop, as if you are a hip hop star.
Hey.
Actually, you remember how we do it, how we did it? We got a paper like this, Then that was by the way, the most teasing question that you gave me. List down a list of all your exes. I said I'm finished. And later on I was like, why do you want to use my ex? But I have realized later on it helps you how to overcome them.
That is one advantage.
One
Another
advantage,
advantage.
Yes.
It helps you because this person has started dating earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and you needed to know
Mm.
the patterns of his dating.
Yes. What was the problem on
What was the
date
problem?
number one, date number two?
Where is the challenge?
And
Is
that
this a
and
person?
that is where our friendship came from.
Yes.
By the way.
Is this a person who
Mm.
is just interested in dating
Yes.
whoever they meet? Or do they have a purpose when they are dating?
So it was just.
Or it's just a
Casual.
casual thing? It is very important.
Mm.
You see, you will first of all see the energy in this person as they are trying to
Is he
discuss.
willing to live with
And
them? Or
if,
they are keeping
if you
family?
ever date a person and
Yes.
you don't look at the energy levels,
Mhm.
you're finished.
Because what
Because-
chased you from that relationship should not come back in this.
It shouldn't be here.
Mhm.
Now, the person will will tell you, you see, she was not a marriage material.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that person had
Yes.
a purpose.
Already you know the purpose.
Has the purpose of dating.
Uh-huh.
Then another one will come and tell you,
Mm.
that girl was fake.
Mhm.
She used to nag me a lot.
Mhm.
She's calling me, where are you?
Mhm.
She was not giving me peace to breathe.
Mm.
What does that
Oh,
tell
she
you?
was a witch doctor.
That definitely would
will
tell
show
you
you, eh?
that this girl probably was ready,
Mm.
and this boy
Mm.
was never ready.
Mhm.
So we learn so much
yes.
from these prior relationships if we list them down and discuss them. For us, we did,
Yeah, we did that one.
and it helped us so much. And whenever this, you see, there's a problem with the human mind.
Mm.
When you don't close some of these relationships
Mm.
and you get married,
Mhm.
some of them will pop up.
Yeah, they keep
Even
coming
during
up.
the
Yeah,
marriage.
especially during those first 5 years.
They will
You know,
show up.
There's something I was watching. And,
This is how people cheat.
The man told me that in your first 5 years of marriage, put a curfew against this. You put a curfew against relatives, exes, what?
It is
Because
a
they-
period for self-discovery.
self-discovery.
You
are
turn
discovering
yourself
yourself.
upside down.
You get me?
Mm.
So this point of exes,
Mm.
it makes me believe that every relationship has its own problem, but what makes it strong is when you still want to be in it when everything sucks you.
Yes.
Especially the point of exes.
Yes.
You don't need to keep bringing them.
No.
And when you go there,
And you see, for
trying
them,
to
they are
discourage.
shameless,
Yeah.
some of them.
Yeah.
Why? Because they were dating without a purpose.
And they see when you have got a purpose.
If they had a purpose,
They would have taken you.
wait,
Mm.
if they had a purpose
Mhm.
and they see you have pursued your purpose,
Mm-hmm.
they would not even come near you.
Mm.
But because they knew they had no purpose, they still want to have you. Because for them, your purpose does not make sense. It doesn't. It doesn't. For them, they just want to be happy. They just want to
spend
have a man
around,
around them, a
run
woman
around.
around them.
Throw love here and there.
Please be careful.
Yes. So during dating is when we see love.
Mhm.
And you know, love is when you look into someone's eyes
Eyes.
and you see everything in that
Yes.
person. So
Yes.
we are continuing with so avoid exes.
Yes.
Another point that men or women do wrong during dating, because you see dating can be at the beginning, middle, or continuous. So
But there is that beginning
for
where,
us, we are encouraging the
in
beginning.
the beginning,
Yes.
where you're trying to know each other.
When the two are discovering to stay together.
That's true.
Uh-huh.
Then
Another point.
we have a point on wickedness.
Wickedness. Dear viewers here,
Be careful.
you can forgive someone because of his or her weaknesses. You can forgive someone because of his or her wrongs, but you cannot forgive someone because of her or his
Wickedness.
wickedness.
Mm.
You find that you are cantankerous, you fight, you do things intentionally to annoy
You're just wicked.
You are wicked.
You're wicked.
You remind me of even the other song. That wicked is wicked. Is it that one?
I know. No.
So that wickedness, huh? So good to hear them.
Oh my goodness.
Not you.
You, as you discuss, as you try to know each other, you can bring in situations
Yes.
that need the mature thinking. And you see situations which have nothing to do with both of you.
Good.
And you see how somebody. There's a time I was speaking to a girl, and she was actually my visitor. We were watching a TV, and we watched news where I think the man killed the wife, and I was like, really, what kind of wickedness is this? This girl shocked me. The girl said, what would you do if somebody put you in a bad fix like that? Huh? What would you think would be the next action? I almost died in the chair.
That is wickedness that we are talking about.
Up today I look at that lady,
yes,
and I cannot get over her.
Sure.
I don't know what was running in her head, that she shows you that she can kill someone because of a misunderstanding. Huh? And those are some of the things you can easily discover during dating. Like I said, you put yourselves out of the picture, bring a bad scenario and discuss it.
So we have talked about wickedness. Kindly don't be wicked when you are dating somebody, but rather discover a lot.
It helps you to overcome the wicked
you
people.
See, it is clear
if
that
you discover.
Jesus Christ himself prefers to have a stable relationship, yet the devil wants you to be fighting time and again.
I know.
Another point.
Religion.
That one. I am a Muslim, you are a Christian, you are a Christian, I am a Catholic, you are a Catholic, I'm a Buddhist.
For me, that wouldn't be a problem. As long as we can agree to each other mentally.
Yes.
As long as mentally we
agree,
okay, and we are flowing, we are connecting, we have seen the chemistry. That is a small thing. It shouldn't be too much of a problem, because you will be limiting yourself to a dating circle.
Yes.
Of only your religion, and yet you could have wonderful people out of that religion who will be very wonderful partners.
Yes.
The problem is with our sisters in Christ and brothers who use religion.
Yes. To torment,
to
cover up,
who they are.
Many serious things.
Yes. You meet in church and you see the girl, you become so naive. You say, oh, I have met a Christian, a born again. Please, there is so much behind that born person. Again.
Yeah, because
don't be gully.
You know, while growing up, there is a family of a reverend that I know. A reverend who would preach and the mountains move. But guy was fighting with the wife. You get me?
Absolutely.
He would say, hello, don't joke with me because of a quarrel. Let me tell you. And he even refers to his clan. That's when I learned that, you see, religion. Religion refers to the system of beliefs, values, and practices which can be holy and good before God.
So you see, now those are practices, values of
beliefs in a society.
It is a different setup from marriage.
From marriage.
It also has its own values.
Good.
So don't think because this person is showing that they are too religious. Do not take it for granted. You must go into the details of this person.
Mm.
I have seen people who just say, he's a pastor, he's good. I have nothing to say. I am lucky. I got a pastor. My friend,
Religion helps us
this
to...
pastor has a character.
He's a human being also.
This pastor has a character.
Sure.
And character
It's not career.
is not a career.
They are two different.
They are two different
Can
things.
be a police officer when I have a different
When you have a
character.
totally different
person.
character.
I can be a person of a different character in
In a police.
So we need to see that religion helps us to nurse our soul and our spiritual moves. You can actually be a good Christian by doing good than you being in these things of titles of the world.
I know.
That you're a reverend, you're a bishop. But when you are doing wrong, then there is a problem. So you need to discuss this religion very deeply. How are you going
And
to do
you
it?
must look beyond the religion.
Yeah, beyond religion.
We are talking about character of an
Yes,
individual.
I have my good friend, Katumba Salim, a Muslim who is doing well with a Catholic, a Christian girl, Julian. And they are doing very well.
Yes.
So religion it should not be tying
It
into their-
shouldn't be.
it is just
And
a
it
set
should
of
not
rules and regulations.
woodwink you
Mhm.
that because this person is a church guy, a church.
He cannot do wrong.
Tomorrow the
You
story
will
is going to be
shocked.
different.
Yeah.
Then we look at there are people who during dating, like we said in the beginning, we confuse dating, relationship, and sex.
Good.
So when you confuse the three,
Relationship, we confuse
some
three
people,
things.
like I explained earlier, they meet for the first dating.
Yes.
The guy is
What they need is chow chow.
no. The guy is heads over heels.
Uh-huh.
I can't believe the guy speaks well. He's sophisticated.
That guy
He wears good perfume.
we have artificial intelligence. He may put an app in him and he changes the accent. Okay.
Then
Eh,
she just falls blindly
over just impression.
over the impression. Blindly because she has confused the three in one. And the next thing, sex. And after that, pregnancy. So the next point is pregnancy. Pregnancy. When she gets pregnant, then she comes to this man. See, I'm from a Christian family. They will kill me. I can't do this. And the
How
man
can
said,
we-
so how do we solve this?
Most
We get
women-
married.
Most women usually use that trick of tempting
trapping
you.
the man.
They trap you. You impregnate, and you see impregnating.
That will only
impregnating
happen.
is like writing a matchbox.
That will only
I think
happen
that is
the
the-
moment you mix the three.
You see?
Like we said from the beginning, we said, please put the relationship aside, put the love aside, sex aside, first get to know each other.
So
First work on becoming friends.
So suppose
Friendship.
Suppose you go there and you find that this girl is already pregnant and has discovered that has been, dating in you call them narcissists.
Narcissist.
The narcissists, those dangerous boys. What should he do? What should she do?
I mean, that's not the end of life.
Good.
It's not.
Don't go and
You are
abort.
not going
Don't
to
go
marry
and abort
the
that
wrong
child.
person
Yeah.
because of pregnancy.
True.
You are not going to do that.
Yes.
No, you
And
can have your child.
And this is where I take this opportunity to tell all ladies and men that during dating, can you pronounce many children that you have outside so that you come and discuss about
It's
them?
important.
Yes, it is very bad
It's
to marry
coming.
you.
It's the next point.
It's the next point.
Yes.
Can you go on that point? Since we are on children and pregnancy.
Okay. So for the children, please, of course there are setups where you will find someone has a child, children, maybe out of whatever circumstance. Please keep the children out of the dating. Do not bring your children in the middle of your dating. Yes, during that you can mention that I have a child, I have children. Mention, but
Because they
don't
will
bring.
appear.
Don't meet them. Don't meet them. Don't bring them on your dates.
Even others, they pretend.
You are on the
show.
date. Wait,
Yes,
that
yes.
is where it comes. You come with your children.
Mm-hmm.
Then the man knows that all your energy is on these children.
And these children,
He is
not
going. He's going to show them love because he wants to capture your attention.
Mm-hmm. He knows this
Or
is the
she,
G-spot.
or she
Mhm.
will, you know,
Use those children
use the children to get to
cover
you,
up,
to get your heart, to get. Then you find some people saying, "Ah, she's a good mother. She loves my children. He is a good
Mm.
dad."
Mm.
But you don't know the mistake you're making.
Mm.
The mistake you're making is
Mm.
even before you finalize on the things that concern the two of you,
Mm.
you're already bringing in a third party.
Mhm.
And this third party is going to compromise your discussions, the way you look at things,
You have
the
to-
way you look at this person.
Yes.
It is going to compromise everything.
Mm.
Let us keep away situations that will compromise us during our dating time.
From the professional and ethical police officer perspective, and a person who supports family and child protection, this is what the law says about these children. That God forbid, okay, if one of your spouse dies and on that day they bring other children from outside the marriage, the law accepts that these children should be welcomed home, but it would be much better if you had announced them at the beginning.
Absolutely.
The Marriage Act and Succession Act
I know.
says that they are all children.
I know.
When a child is being born, he did not worship apply.
Apply.
She is a product of
Yeah.
the consent or no consent of the two people. That's why we say even if you go and impregnate a mad person, when that child comes up, she should be looked after. So Bonabana, they are all children, and we need to announce them if you are going to begin the dating.
Talk about them, but don't bring them.
Don't bring them in marriage.
They are not part of the dating.
Mhm.
You, of course, after you have agreed,
Yes, they should come
you
in.
have a relationship,
Uh-huh.
then you're going to marry. They come in.
And announce them as
They
if you
come
have
in.
10, don't bring in beats.
But we don't want them to
Mm.
come
Mm.
and suffocate the dating.
Oh yeah, the dating should be free.
Yes.
Because children are products. They are like a bread.
I know.
Uh-huh. And the other? Okay.
Okay, then the
I
finances.
think finally, the finances.
Yes.
Akasente. Well, they are, you are being accused, madam, of
I
having
know.
what they call Sente Chara. And I don't remember when Bank of Uganda created that note. Discuss about it.
The finances.
Yes.
It is very important
Mm.
to, especially when you're almost getting out of the dating
Mhm.
period,
Mm.
and now you're forming a relationship.
Yes.
At that stage, you can talk about your finances.
Mhm.
What are your sources of finance?
Finance, so that you start
Yes.
adjust the expectation.
So that this
Mm,
person
mm,
you're
mm,
dating
mm,
can
mm,
align himself or herself
mhm,
to whatever you're talking about.
mhm,
So that in the near future,
mhm.
it doesn't bring you issues.
True.
Because some men,
If you have loans,
uh-huh,
especially when you see you
talk
have
about
what each other
them.
say about it.
Talk about, I
Uh-huh.
remember when we met,
Mhm.
if you remember,
Yes.
we were dating
Mhm.
and we had gone to a stage of relationship.
Mhm,
You mentioned you had a date,
mhm, mhm,
but if you remember very well,
mhm.
I told my king that please deal with that date.
Yes.
I am not going to be part
Of that,
of the
because
date
you did not participate
because
in
I
it,
did not contribute
towards it.
towards it,
Yeah.
and I was not sure of what
Mhm.
he wanted the date for,
For.
whatever the loan or
Eh,
whatever.
eh.
But it was mutual. We said, okay, it is there, okay, fine, handle it, and then we take it from
and
there.
What I can advise, another good advantage that I learned out of this,
Mm,
when you are free in your finances,
mm.
it helps you to overcome some issues.
Of course.
You remember this, by the way, when we are about to to agree on another stage,
Mm.
a bill can come when it's too high and you don't have money.
Yes.
Okay, like one time it happened to me with my wife.
Mm.
We are out and a bill had gone extra 100,000. So I looked at her, I said, Madam, I don't need to go and call my friend to top me up money. When you are here, you either contribute or we go and wash dishes. And maybe, I don't know whether you had got it correctly.
Of course.
But by luck, when you withdraw this money from ATM, always go with those papers. That paper was in my pocket. Eh? So when she was checking here and there, she saw that paper. That paper brought trust. And up to now, I think it is clear.
It was, of course, it first struck me differently.
See what type of money.
Then I'm like, and you know, people will have talked a lot.
Yeah,
For us at that stage, we had reached in a relationship.
Yes.
We were past the
dating. We
are in a relationship.
We are already
now
when are we going
setting our firm ground for marriage.
Everything.
We had agreed on so many things. But again, you know, when people see you together, they will start talking. They had talked things about him. And
those who give the deadlines,
it is important to discover these things yourself.
Yourself, don't follow.
Don't listen to what people say. People interact with people on different.
They can wake up and allege that
they can say anything.
That man is a muyai.
So
they don't know why.
When that happened, I quickly, of course, ran back there where then they were talking about. But I said anyway, it's okay. I have had a meal. I have enjoyed the evening. I mean, why not contribute?
And you see, that's why I want to thank you, madam. Amidst people's accusations, you stood up and defended your spouse. And that's why over time now, a decade plus, you have got one of the most romantic, wonderful man in the Kampala Metropolitan Extra. So suppose you followed the other people.
Really, it was loose talk.
Luma Munga, we call it double loose talk. And it is a sign of subversion.
And you see,
subversive tendencies.
What of course left me on track is
the discovery
whatever I had identified as a person vis-a-vis what was being said.
And I don't know, unfortunately, even there are some people who knew you from, especially your clans there, your family. They say, Mchungus, will you manage?
Of course.
That woman is classic. I said, who doesn't want classic woman? And that woman can speak English. I said, those are the things I want. So I made a conclusion that whatever negative you come to say about my person whom I've connected with is the reason I will tell you that's why I love her. Sir.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So I think we have discussed a lot about
you
this.
You equally did a great job during
our dating and relationship, and
because the fears they were trying to put
raise
in
on you.
That she's from I don't know why.
They were telling me, hey, that's
from a good family,
the
proud.
The father loves her.
Now,
he gives her money.
Let me tell you.
I said, hey.
There is one thing. There's one thing you need to know. When you hear people say some of those things about people, think twice. One, like my brother, you and my brother usually say, that I am focused. That focus, when you are focused in life, it threatens people. Even if you don't do anything,
naturally,
it's enough. People will look at you as if you want to behave different, but that's who you are.
So you're calling and
the values in you,
yes.
The standards in you will not let you stoop too low to some people's level. And because of that, they will feel offended by just your being. They will.
So, dear viewers, we have discussed a lot. We normally yap a lot, and we think our yapping, where we gospel the gospel, we gossip the gospel of having stable marriages, strong family backgrounds, and we believe when we use our personal experiences, is that if you can also copy and paste some of these things, or learn them and add value, you can save a marriage. So we shall continue to give you, but as we normally say that one of our core values as a family is singing and praising. And therefore I'm inspired that before we close, we can say, I shall not be moved.
shall not be moved, just like a tree that was planted by the waterside. I shall not be.
When the word of God is guide me,
I shall not be moved.
oh,
The word of God to guide me. I shall not be moved, just like a tree that was planted by the waterside. I shall not be. I shall not.
I shall not be moved.
We shall not be moved, just like a tree that was planted by the waterside. We shall not be
moved.
Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you very much, madam, for this wonderful talk show. God